What's up, everybody? We're back at the place where my leaf blower got stole. This time I came prepared. I got everything with a padlock and a chain on it. Even my weed eater's got a padlock on it right there. So, please stick around. Watch as I cut the property here. While I'm on the lawnmower and weed eating, I'm gonna have you guys in the GoPro. Stick around to the final result. I'll do a final walk around with you to show you just how big this property is once I'm finished. I'm gonna play some music while I'm on the lawnmower and weed eating and everything for you guys to listen to. So please smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys at the end. right, everybody. I'm back in the truck. I'm finally finished with this massive property that you guys just watched me cut the grass for. And I'm tired of walking because I probably did 20,000 steps around this place with all the weed eating, the blowing off, the whole 9 yards. So I'm gonna do this the easy way, and I'm gonna drive around the property and show you guys what all we did. So let's go. So starting off, we got this bank right here. This entire bank had to be weed eated. I was able to use my mower on the top of the hill and down this side over here, on this side here, and then it comes down and around into this patch of grass right here. But we also got this bank right behind this curb here, which we're gonna go over here and show you guys. So we got this entire bank here that goes from all the way right here to all the way down there. And then we also got the field down behind them trailers. Let's go down there and take a look at those. Behind those trailers. Oh man, this is such a big property. But yeah, this is my biggest property that I cut the grass for. And I personally know the owner of this place. He's a real close friend of mine. And he also is the owner of the property that I posted in a previous video that, you know, I can do pretty much anything I want to on without having to worry about anybody coming and running me off, because I have written permission on paper that I can be out there behind the fence, which is all of that back there. I've got access to all of those woods back in there to do whatever I want. But we got this massive field here. Don't worry about none of this stuff. I'm gonna take care of this later on. But we got all this field right here. It's absolutely massive. All right, let's go up the hill now. This entire property is on a downhill slope, which makes it even harder. Still a fun property to do. I enjoy it just because I enjoy cutting grass. But here's that bank that I pretty much have to weed eat the entire bank. It goes all the way down here. All right, let's ride up towards the front of the place. All right, now that we're not down in the lower section, we've got all of this grass that goes up this side and this side here, both sides of this road. And then it goes around to the front of the place, which is a big patch of grass. Well, I mean, it's not really too big, but it's a decent size. But then we got this right here. This entire patch here. There's 3 smaller patches around the corner, so I'm not going to drive over there. I'm going to try to stay out the truck driver's way. But then you got that hill that's right back here on the outside of the fence, and it comes all the way around the front of the fence to here. And then we got this grass here, plus we got a section of grass right here beside me. It's been a long morning. Please smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, follow along in my journey, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.